What is up, YouTube? It's Metatronics. So I've got the next emblem of the week. It's Marceline. Oh yeah. Now if you haven't seen my other emblems, I'll have a link in the description for the playlist. And I'll also have some annotations on the video as well, so that you guys can click through to see some other videos of mine to help explain how to do some Adventure Time emblems. Alright, but we're going to get started on Marceline. So we're going to do her head first, and her head is just a circle, which I squashed to an oval shape and put it almost to the very top center of the little working area you have there, the view area. And then for her neck, I use a half column shape, and I use a couple of those since it's kind of like half of a neck shape, and I have them tilted like towards the inside. So at the top they're coming together, but the bottom they kind of are splitting apart. Now I use the blue color, that very light blue color, to give her that nice undead, almost looking, skin tone. And then I use a monolith shape to fill in that little hole. Then next I'm going to start working on her hair, and I use a thimble shape for the left side of her hair, which just covers up that left side of her face as you're looking at it, and I give it a nice deep blue color. And then for the other side of her hair, I'm going to use the flag breathes shape. Now I do give this all an outline, but I had trouble. At first I was like, am I going to have to do a custom color? What am I going to do? Well, what I wind up doing is I use a darker, lighter shade of blue, if that makes sense. I use the lighter column of blue, but I'd use a dark shade as well, which gives that nice highlight kind of color. Now for the flag breathes shape, you expand it out and kind of bend it a bit so that you have that nice wisp of hair, chunk of hair. It's nice. I love that shape. It's got a really nice curve to it. And then I also give that an outline as well. Now you'll probably have to do a little bit of free scaling to it, because I know I had to, but yeah, just kind of make it look appropriate. Like right there, it's got a really nice border to it that denotes, the edge of the hair. Now I used the smile outline shape, flattened it out mostly, and then expanded it really big, and then gave it that same highlight color, which adds some nice texture to her hair. Now for her eyes are just straight up circles that are really tiny and black. That's easy enough, right? That's probably the easiest. Well, aside from her bite marks, those are the easiest circles in the whole emblem. Now for her mouth, I use several circles. I use 3 circles. The 2 on the edges are ovals that are, decently small. The one in the middle is a larger oval that goes on for a bit longer, but it makes a nice curved smile shape. I didn't want to use the half circle or anything like that. I wanted to use this one because she's got this iconic smile to her, and I didn't want to lose that for sure. Then next I do her tongue, which is just a half circle, and I color that a nice pink color, and I give everything an outline, including the teeth. And the teeth are just the triangle wide shapes, and I kind of squash them just a little bit so they're a little thinner. They look more like fangs than they do like sharp teeth. And I'm going to start giving everything outlines. And I do it for each individual circle, but I put all of the outlines together in one area so that it just looks like a continuous black circle around the outside of her mouth, which you'll see here. And then after I do her mouth, we're going to start doing the inside of her hair, which is actually probably the easiest shape in the entire emblem, which is just a giant square that I put in the background, and you're going to color that black. And that just gives the illusion like you're looking to the inside of her hair. Like right now, it's kind of like she's just this 2D person, but when you put the square in the background, it just looks perfect. Now I had a little bit of trouble with the outline of the teeth. The triangles just don't want to outline exactly perfectly, but you'll work with it some and it'll look fantastic. And there we can see I have the inside of her hair with the black background there. Now after you do that, I'm going to start doing her shirt. And I was like, what am I going to use for her shirt? So I decided to use the half column shape and a few broken column shapes. For the half column, I stretched it really tall so you have that nice kind of almost V-neck shape to the shirt. And then I gave that a border, and you'll see exactly what's going to happen with that border. Now I noticed that her body didn't expand down far enough, and you just saw a black background, which is not good. So I just took a rounded square, give it the same skin color as the rest of her skin, and then just put it behind the shirt. And then the broken column shapes I add for the edges to make the shoulders, and those are real easy to do. And I noticed that after I saved mine, there was a little gap on the right hand side, so make sure you're putting those almost overlapping the half column shape that's already there. Then on to the bite marks, which are just two little tiny dark red circles on her neck. The iconic bite marks, I love those things. Now I adjust her teeth here, I kind of push them out to the edges more. But guys, that is Marceline. I really hope you enjoyed this emblem. If you did, please give it a like. Make sure you're sharing my emblems with your friends, because I am sure they would love to have them as well. And I love it when you guys take finished product pictures and tweet them to me on Twitter, or you put them on my Facebook wall. It's super inspiring, and it just makes me want to make more emblems for you guys. Oh, and by the way, if you want me to make more of these, please, you know, like I said, like it, but also leave comments on the video so I know who you guys want to see next. And I take the comments across all the videos, see who is the next most requested, and that will be my next emblem. Alright guys, like I said, if you have not seen my emblems before, there's some annotations on the screen that you can click. It'll take you to the playlist. Alright, guys, it's been Metatronics, and I will see you next time.